Hey, I have a question for you. Are AI data centers dangerous to the human body and communities? It's a good question, and we're going to dive into it today. Hi, if you're new to the channel, my name is Charlotte James. I am a certified holistic health coach here to help you on your health journey to thrive in all that's happening in our world. And today I want to share with you and answer that question. Are AI data centers dangerous to the human body? Are they dangerous to the environment? Are they dangerous to, um, our water supply? These are some questions we're going to answer today because I like to keep you guys updated on things that are going on in our world that we may not be paying attention to, but you know me, I'm paying attention to all of it, and I'm bringing it to you live here. So I want to dive into because, we've seen, I can't even tell you how many centers that have been going up all over the country. And I'm talking about the United States, but there are tons and tons of data centers that are taking up 30, 60, 100 acres or more to build these enormous facilities. Now, the push for AI has been a thing since probably, I want to say, in the last several years, but the push in order to get it implemented here in the United States is sort of like on full steam ahead. The gas pedal has been loose, which is fine. There's some good things about AI, but there's some not good things about AI. And where I have a problem because of doing health coach, I want to make sure that we're not adding more things to our world that is going to affect the human body. And there's no real way to tell until 10, 15 years down the line. But if we can avoid some of that, just based on some of the things that are happening, we can protect our bodies, protect our minds, and protect our environments. So one of the ways that I want to share with you, first of all, the data centers that are being erected, there are several, I mean, all across, like I said, the US, and they're going up with such a speed too that it's taking up so much space. The problem is this, is that they're being placed near housing communities or schools, which makes no sense because you don't know what the ramifications are going to be for the people that live in those communities. And so I've done some research to find out that, some of the people that live in these communities where these AI data centers are, I mean, full force. They have trucks going through their communities at all hours of the night. There's extreme lighting that comes from the facility that stretches for miles along with the sound. So today I want to talk about at least three of the things that we need to be concerned about concerning these AI data centers and how to protect ourselves because our human body is being attacked from so many different directions. But we have the ability to monitor and to really make good decisions as to what we can do. I really feel sorry for the people that, they live in communities now where, there's a data center that's less than 1,000 feet away and they're experiencing a lot of the repercussions from it. The first one I want to talk about is noise pollution because from the research that I've done, a lot of people that live in these communities that are right next to these data centers that are massive, they're experiencing, like I said, these high pitch sounds. Now, for those of you that don't know, our bodies, it's not woo woo, it's our bodies have a frequency to them. It's similar to like when you walk on grass or you walk on the sand with bare feet. What you're doing is that you're now bringing your body back into perfect alignment with not just the earth, but the frequency from the earth, and it really comes back into, bring our circadian rhythm back in alignment. And so that's a real thing. So these things that are disrupting our frequency, especially from loud noises, one of the things you definitely need when you're sleeping to get quality, detoxifying sleep, deep sleep, is quiet, absolute quiet. But unfortunately, these people that lives in these communities near these data centers are experiencing such high pitched volume sounds during the night and all hours of the night because Unfortunately, that's when a lot of the lighting and things like that, that's the other thing. Because the lighting from these facilities, I mean, we all know some of the dangers from, a lot of the LED lights. Well, just magnify that times 10,000, because they're stretching for miles to these communities, and the people they can't even go to sleep at night because they have this blaring light and they have this blaring noise coming in through their windows. um, and even if you block out the light with with curtains, you're still susceptible to the sound. So that's one area that is not great for our sleep, because without proper sleep, your body will not detox. Sleep is when our body detoxes of all of the junk that we're exposed to every day. The second area I want to talk about is the environment, because the environment is being sabotaged as well because of not just the mass scale of the data centers, but also the implications for the ground that the data centers are sitting on. And this is important because if we can take 30, 50, 100 acres and place a data center on it, and I'm fine with it if it's not near communities. I mean, it needs to be far, far from where people's, they have their everyday lives. Their children go to school, they go to work. This is a problem. And so the challenge with the environment is that it is now affecting the growth of, vegetation, plant life, trees, things like that, which are important. For those that don't know, we breathe out carbon dioxide. We breathe in oxygen from the trees, from the plants. Hi guys, tell me where you're joining from. Um, and so it's important that we are not damaging even further our environment with these humongous data centers. And quite honestly, it's not that we can't have them, but A, don't put them near communities, and we don't need so many of them, particularly in the same general vicinity. So that's the second area, is our environment. The third area I want to talk to you about is the water supply. Because data centers, from what I've done research from, they use up to millions, sometimes trillions of water in order to function for the facilities. And if you've seen your if you live in that region and you see your power bill, your electric bill, your water bill going up, especially your water bill going up, it's because yes, they are responsible for, they said they're going to be responsible for, paying for, the water that they use. The problem is this: when you dry out the reservoirs and the streams and the places where they're pulling this water from, which is the same source that the average person that lives in that community, it's going to create a drought or a huge water issue where people need water for drinking, people need water for bathing, cooking, people need water for just about anything that we do in our lifetime. And so that's the third and most important area that we have to be careful. So how do we protect ourselves, Charlotte? That's the main question. How do I protect myself? Unfortunately, if you live in one of these communities, I don't know that your only option or recourse. I mean, you can petition, your commissioners, your mayors, your people like that. But if there is money involved, and we all know when there is money involved, and there is a possibility for more money to come into the community, not that it's actually going to benefit the community, then it's going to be pointless. If you have to move, I would say move. The problem is, if you have a house, I mean, you're now thinking of who's gonna purchase my house. But the key is to get away from these places where these data centers are at, or partner with your community, people that are in your community, and rally and petition. You know, I'm saying peacefully. I'm not saying being violent or anything like that. I don't believe in that. I believe that we can peacefully, come together as a community for the benefit of the entire community, not just for a few. And although I said I'm not opposed to data centers, I am opposed to some of the things, the effects that it will do on communities and the location that they're being placed on. And was the thought process given to, our the water supply in those regions? Our scripture today comes out of Proverbs 4 and 5, and it says, "Get wisdom, get understanding." Get wisdom, get understanding. Did anyone get wisdom when they thought about where they were planting or plopping these data centers down at? Because I don't think so. From what I've done the research to see, they haven't gotten wisdom and understanding of what the repercussions were, or maybe they did and just decided to, oh, well, we're just going to do it anyway, which sometimes, unfortunately, is the case. And so I really urge you guys to really pay attention to the data centers that are going up all over the United States. I don't know about other countries, but this is where I live at. And make sure that you are paying attention to if it's located near you, how you can protect yourself. You can, yes, if you live far enough from it, but you're still feeling some of the side effects from it, definitely protect your body, protect your hearing. I mean, there's ways that you can, plug up your ears at night, get your, blackout curtains, whatever the case may be. Find a different location in your home that is not as exposed to it, and make sure that if you are experiencing, higher water bills, that you make a point to bring in, bring to your water department how much you generally paid before and how much you're paying now. And that increase didn't start until you you knew that the data center came. And so I wanted to come on and really share with that with you guys because it's so important for us to be mindful of what our bodies are being exposed to, what our bodies are inundated by every single day, and what we can do to protect ourselves. We're never without an option. There's always an option. And I'm always going to be here to share with you guys exactly how you can not only get over it, but protect your body. Because if we're not protecting our bodies, guess what? It will be damaging to our bodies. So guys, listen, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm in a beautiful park. I went to a new park that I hadn't been to before. But if you made it this far in the video, please feel free to like the video and subscribe to the video and share the video, because I want to make sure that people are knowing exactly the dangers of a lot of the AI data centers that are being put up all over the United States and how you can protect it. Remember our three main things affecting our bodies, our environment, and the water supply. It's the noise pollution mainly, but also the frequency that attacks our bodies. And so listen, guys, thank you so much for all of you guys that made it this far, and I will see you next time. Don't forget our scripture, Proverbs 4 and 5. Get wisdom, get understanding. And I'll see you next time right here on J. Roth as well. Peace.